Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base.
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Jetzt ziehen die bei uns ein. Sehr strange WG.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Nochmal Munition und gehen zu unserer Truhe. Happy.
Yeah, he seems happy with it. Probably because he was crushed me like
It's all going to be okay. We can't give up now.
Nice.
guess this door's unlocked now. The guy had gone.
Hier?
His things.
Uh. Lesezeit. Je mehr ich über die regionale Schaltstelle lese, desto beeindruckter bin ich von der immensen Planungsarbeit, die in Project Zero geflossen ist. Aber ein Aspekt dieser Anlage gibt mir Rätsel auf. Wozu dieser Vorentwurf? Gaia war absolut dazu in der Lage, die Bedürfnisse zukünftiger Menschen einzuschätzen. Ich habe 4 Hypothesen, aber die Antwort wird wohl die einfachste sein. Sentimentalität. In den Dateien der Anlage bin ich auf ein Audioprotokoll gestoßen, schwer beschädigt. Vermutlich ist das Minerva zu verdanken. Ich konnte nur ein Fragment extrahieren. August war erst 8, als der Schwarm ausbrach. Er war in Singapur bei seiner Mutter. Ich hatte dort sein sollen. Hätte vieles anders machen sollen. Vielleicht ein Protokoll des Entwicklers der Anlage. Vermute, es hat etwas mit der verschlossenen Tür zu tun, die hinter dem Wartungsschacht versteckt ist. Aber ich will die Angelegenheit im Moment nicht weiterverfolgen. Aloy und Gaia wollen, dass ich beim Bau der Transportanlage und der Impulsgeneratoren für ihre Reise zu Gemini helfe, und das erfordert meine gesamte Aufmerksamkeit. Ich hoffe, es ist kein aussichtsloses Unterfangen. Alles hängt davon ab, ob Aloy Ted Farrows Omega-Freigabe beschaffen kann. Und, offen gesagt, ich habe da meine Zweifel. Bitter. Danke. 0 Vertrauen hier. Aloy, wenn du das hier hörst, sind unsere Pläne mit Gemini schiefgelaufen. Ich weiß, du wirst dein Versprechen halten. Was heißt, dass ich tot sein muss? Ist nichts Neues, oder? Vieles passiert, seit du mich in der Elektrogenesekammer gefunden hast. Danke, Aloy, du warst meine Zuflucht. Und ich würde nochmal alles riskieren, um bei dir zu sein. Weißt, du wirst einen Weg finden. Das tust du immer. Na, jetzt auf einmal. Jetzt auf einmal. Noch ein Datenpunkt. Ethan Reed, ich muss vorsichtiger sein. Jetson hat fast etwas bemerkt, als wir die Daten des Diagnosezentrums durchgegangen sind. Ich habe nichts gegen den Rest des Teams, aber sie haben sicher alle Familien, die sie in Elysium wiedersehen werden. Und ich konnte nicht mal August begraben. Ich habe nur noch meine Erinnerung an ihn. Die werde ich nicht auch noch erlöschen lassen. Der Tresor ist für uns, niemanden sonst. Noch 11 Wochen bis zur Fixierung der Baupläne. Der Rest liegt dann bei Gaia.
I've got to be more careful.
Hatten wir gerade vorgelesen. Waren wir schon drin?
Before I forget.
Irgendwas mal machen müssen. Hauptquest, Hauptsingularität. Die machen wir ein bisschen später. Wir machen nochmal die Hauptquest ein bisschen weiter.
I watered those plants for you.
Mal gucken, wo wir raus müssen.
I just know they meant a lot to you.
Ja.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
Das klingt ein wenig, wie sie das sagt. Sollte ich was vorher machen? So, mal ganz stark überlegen. Kann eigentlich nicht sein. Außer, ich bin total überpowered für die letzte Mission, was ich nicht glaube. Ich glaube, die fragt mich eher, ob ich nicht vielleicht noch Munition brauche oder sowas. Ich mache erstmal was anderes. Ich gebe mal meine Fertigkeitspunkte hier aus. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich Maschinenmeisterin gerne sein möchte da. Jemand zu Maschinen überbrücken. Feuere einen mächtigen Langstreckenstachel, der beim Auftreffen oder in der Nähe eines Ziels explodiert. Den Stachelwerfer. Das ist doch der stachelige Bayer, ne? Sprengstacheln, Bohrstachel, die sind eigentlich super praktisch. Warum ist das bei Maschinenmeisterin? I'm sorry. Maschinengesundheit, ich meine, der Rest, der ist hier einfach mal... Reparierige Beschädigung. Überbrückte Maschinen verursachen mit Elementarangriffen mehr Schaden. Stachelwerfer feuert einen Stachel, der sich in mehrere Projektile aufteilt, um eine größere Fläche aufzuschlagen. Weiß nicht, ob ich das brauche. Guck halt erstmal bei Jägerin weiter, ne? Schweren Waffen mehr Schaden. Ich habe halt auch mehr als genug Punkte, die ich ausgeben könnte, ne? Stell mit derselben Rohstoffmenge mehr Munition her. Ja. Schwere Waffen mehr Schaden. Hier habe ich schon ziemlich viel gemacht. Waffenausdauerlimit. Aber auch. Ich meine, wir haben mehr als genug. Können wir jetzt mal richtig reinhauen. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir haben schon eine Menge gemacht. Kriegerin. Ah, nee, Nahkampf überhaupt nicht. Sorry, aber überhaupt nicht. Einfach einen speziellen Fall, der für eine begrenzte Zeit an einem Gegner haften bleibt, sprenge mit dem einen Nahkampf an. Nee. Die sich horizontal ausbreiten, halte für ein schmaler Ausbreiten und die Taste vor dem Abschuss länger gedrückt. Energetisiere den Speer schneller. Nein. Das ist meiste für Nahkampf. Interessiert mich überhaupt nicht. Fallenstellerin wird mich noch interessieren. Platziere, das mache ich immer, den muss ich mal mehr machen. Platziere Fallen schnell auf dem Feld. Entweder wenn ich die zerlege oder schneller herstellen. Gucken, was das nächste ist. Wenn ich meine eigene auslöse, mehr gleichzeitig. Ja, dann müssen wir das hier machen. Stärkung wirken länger, Stolperfalle. Schnell ein Stolperdraht mit dem momentan ausgeweiteten Typ und der voreingestellten Länge ab. Der Draht explodiert entweder, wurde nach kurzer Zeit deaktiviert. Seilwerfer. Damit kann ein Seil abgefeuert werden, das an einem beliebigen Teil des Gegners auf Rüstung hängen bleibt, ohne dabei die Waffe vollständig spannen zu müssen. Machen wir das nicht? Guck mal weiter. Überlebende Eindringling. Scharfschussbogen. Verhindert einen mächtigen Schuss aus kniender Position, der beim Auftreffen explodiert. Verbraucht bis zu 3 Pfeile. Ja, nehmen wir mal. Stelle auf Waffen aus stillen Schlag. Gesundheit, wenn ich einen stillen Schlag. Stiller Schlag verursacht mehr Schaden. Lege einen zweiten Pfeil eines momentan ausgewählten Typs ein, vorher ganz normal, um beide Pfeile gleichzeitig abzuschieben. Mein Gott, wir haben genug. Rauchbomben. Den... Ja, dann machen wir das ja auch. Moment, das habe ich schon. Mit dem stillen Schlag ist gar nicht so wichtig, finde ich. Maschinenmeisterin. Hier waren ein paar nette Sachen dabei. Oh Gott, machen wir das. Weniger Schaden auf der Reitmaschine. Ah, machen wir jetzt. Komm, alles drauf hier. Aggressives oder defensives Verhalten. Das wäre vielleicht ganz praktisch. Obwohl ich halt noch nicht viel überbrücken kann, weil ich weiß gar nicht, diese unterirdischen Dinge da nicht mag. Dringling überlegt. Da schauen wir mal hier. Weil hier vielleicht. LDB bewirken wir uns schneller. Ja, das können wir auch mit Sicherheit gebrauchen. Ja, doch, das können wir gebrauchen. Was hier links? Sprengscheuder. Sprengstoffbombe ab, die mit jedem Abprallen bis zu 3-mal stärker wird. Ja, ich nehme das linke. So. Gesundheitstränke. Staure mir halt in die Beeren, da hätte ich doch das nehmen, egal. Ich schwer verwundet bin. 15% mehr Schaden, wenn unter 30% Gesundheit. Das hier. Oh. Mehr Rohstoff und Block. Gott, jetzt machen wir jetzt noch. Ja, das machen wir auch noch. Ein Angriff mehr Schaden. Angriffe. Ein Schild. Nee. Ein Stolperdrahtschaden. Suche für eine bestimmte Anzahl von Schüssen mehr Schäden mit Bögen, Bolzen, bla 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 bla. Stachelwerfern. Ja, ich schaue mal. Irgendwas muss ich noch ausgeben. Ich habe noch viel zu viel. Schneller herstellen. Das braucht man nicht so dringend da oben. Das hier ist. Das hat dank einen speziellen Modus und einem Fokus die Wirkung von Pfeil und Dings. Nee. Schauen wir mal, was die anderen Spezialangriffe hier sind. Oder was das ist, Kriegerbogen. Nee, das wollten wir nicht haben. Ja, ist alles Sperrsachen, da brauchen wir gar nicht gucken. Einstellerin. Stolperdraht. Da. Nee. Wir schauen mit Bogen. Immer noch. Schauen wir mal, ob hier noch irgendwas ist. Gesundheitstränke, die benutze ich eher selten. Nahkampfangriffe. Schild. Könnte praktisch sein. Ich weiß aber nicht, ob ich den so wirklich viel benutzen würde. Eindringling. Stiller Schlag. Ja, es gegen arglose Gegner. Bringt mir halt einmal was. Könnte praktisch sein. Durchschaden 300, Schock auf 150. Ah, nee. Nee. Also da einen speziellen Modus in deinem Fokus mehr Schaden an Maschinenbauteilen und Schwachstellen. Ja, Reißschaden. Könnte eigentlich praktisch sein, aber mehr Gesundheit für überbrückte Maschinen. Ja, mein Gott. das lassen wir erstmal. Für Outfits, Utarwächter, stiller Schlag, stiller Schlag, stiller Schlag. Nee. Mutstoß, kritischer Schlag, Fallstand. Eigentlich schon mit das Beste. Schwere Waffe, Tarnabriss. Fallenlimit. Nee, das lassen wir erstmal. Das ist schon okay. Werkzeuge, Waffen. Fliegenden Ziel mit einer Salve tödlicher Bolzen mehr Schaden zuzufügen. Ja, ist schön. Fliegende Ziele, wenn ich die habe. Ah.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Sans is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
We need to get Silent's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle. I promise.
Good.
Hi.
Without it, there's no payback.
Don't worry. Payback's all I think about.
Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point whenever you call.
Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Aaron and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Ich habe ein schlechtes Gefühl.
Did you need something?
Da bist du ja.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset. thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
Was für ein Idiot.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hikaru.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Akarja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tanakh. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
You know, we've never played Machine Strike together.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with the fellow. I was kicking my ass.
We still have many good.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
Everything you've said about Elizabeth, it sounds like you knew her better than you let on. Who was she to you, exactly?
Perceptive as ever. You're right. We were more than friends for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
what else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats.
Und ich habe mich seit Minuten gemutet
Even as
gehabt.
governments abandoned
Schön.
human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Merjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the HoloNet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay,
Ja, weiter.
I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Falls mal wieder ein Kumpel von mir absticht, dass ich gleich was ihr angucken kann, dann geht's mir gleich wieder besser. Laut ihr.
Your friend out there, the Osram. He is quite loud.
I was thinking we could spar for
Yep.
when you have the time.
Oh, sure, yeah. Aloy, aren't we meeting at the beach near the Zenith base?
We are. I just wanted to check in on everyone first. We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to the Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
Ja.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah? I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
How are you telling me something about that? That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
So, fehlt da noch jemand? Es wird ganz viel Storytime. Ja, sie hier.
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This islands. He's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith's shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
And I haven't forgotten about the data on Leviathan. I'll let you know when I make it back to landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
Sollte ich das erst machen? Und irgendwas fehlt mir ja noch beim Quest. Ich glaube, das da noch sagen. Ja, machen wir das hier erstmal. So, wo müssen wir hin? Gut, gehen wir erstmal raus.
I wonder how much snow it'll be this time.
Wieder eine Geschichte. Na, gucken wir mal.
I see you, champion. Sit, please. I hear strange lights have been spotted to the south in the still sands. We abandoned those ruins when the sandstorms and machines became too much to handle. I wonder what's been going on there since then.
Quite a mystery.
Das war ja mal eine schnelle Geschichte.
The Knox don't get too curious about what Merlin's been up to in Vegas. I should check up on those guys when I have the time.
Ja, aber erstmal hier schnell reisen. Ich will schnell reisen.
Stay alert, soldier.
Hier hin?